People have an expectation of law enforcement officers to do better, to be greater. We had a saying in baseball, I've adopted it at the sheriff's office, that we are held to a higher standard, but we ought to be proud of that. And so I expect my members to conduct themselves at all times to the highest ethical and moral standards of our profession. Well, Milwaukee County is the largest county in the state of Wisconsin. We have roughly 950,000 residents. I have a sheriff's office now of about 700 members. We have 5 core missions. We are responsible for the security at the airport, in our halls of justice, the courts, on our freeway systems, our county jail, and along with our park system. So those are the 5 core functions of the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office. The biggest challenge that we face is resources, budget. I think every law enforcement agency around the country finds that same similar struggle. But Milwaukee County's is unique because of a pension issue that occurred several years ago that really put a strain on the current budget situation. That has to be our #1 challenge. Second, training and retaining correctional officers in Milwaukee County has been a real big struggle. At the time that I took over a year ago, we were averaging about 190 correctional officers. And then third, I think the biggest challenge in all of law enforcement will always be that trust that we have with the community that we serve. It only takes one incident around the country to affect who we are and what we do. And the better we are in terms of being upfront, transparent, and collaborative with the community we serve, I think that'll determine how successful we can be. Well, one of the things that I've done to help restore that honor and integrity back to the sheriff's office, to the profession of law enforcement, is to become more visible. I'm a part of that community. I was born and raised in Milwaukee County, had the opportunity to serve in the largest law enforcement agency in the city, Milwaukee, for 25 years, then went on to another career in Major League Baseball. But to come back and become the sheriff of Milwaukee County truly has been the highlight of my professional career. I made it a point that I was going to be out front. I visit a school and or a religious institution or a senior center every week, just for the purpose of walking through to say hello, hey, this is who I am, and particularly for the young people, that if I could come from a home in the central city of Milwaukee, raised by a single grandparent, product of the Milwaukee public school system, and have gone on to do the things that I've done, that any one of the young people in the area can go on and do as much, if not greater. I am happy to see that we've already begun the process of changing the discourse and dialogue and how we communicate with one another. Anyone that wants to have issues with my leadership, that's fine. Let's have at it. But if you're not going to get me in and engaged in an all-out war in the public, we're going to go in a room, talk out our differences, and if we can't agree, we're just going to go our separate ways. So that's one that I hope legacy that I hope to have. A second was to restore that honor, integrity, and trust back to the profession of law enforcement that I felt was lacking. It was lacking because of leadership. It was lacking because of, again, transgressions that go on around the country that set us back every time. I'm hopeful that we can restore that honor, integrity, and trust, and I think we're on the way to doing that. I hope those are the legacies of my administration, and I believe at this point, 1 year into it, that we're on the path to leaving a legacy of restoring the high honor and trust to the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office.